Yep.
Spy Chameleon. Spy Chameleon is an Xbox One game. I don't know if it's a mobile game or not. I need to start looking this stuff up, but I didn't. So basically, you're a chameleon, and you want to maneuver your way through robots and cameras and sentry robots and get flies. And you want to get all the flies if possible, and repeat playthroughs. You can pick up ladybugs as well. Everybody loves ladybugs. It also integrates pretty well into your Xbox One friends list. So I sort of battling it out, if you will, with my buddy Mikey on my friends list, who typically had better finishing times than I did, but I beat him sometimes. And as you continue, the game does a very good job of incorporating more and more mechanics and more challenge. So you start off just walking around the robots, and as you go on, you'll press the face buttons in order to change color to blend in with certain objects. You are a chameleon, so yeah. And flies are delicious, or so I've heard. One nice thing is it has checkpoints. I love checkpoints. It means I don't have to start all over again. I'm terrible at games, so I appreciate that. I got caught again. So keep going and going. Now there's cameras, and if that circle gets smaller and smaller around you, you've been spotted. So you have a couple of seconds to get to cover, and your cover is your best ability, which is the fact that you are a chameleon, which means you can use camouflage and change color. So now I'm the color of the rug. Cameras cannot see me any longer until I walk off of it, which they can see me again. But like I said, you do have a couple of seconds. There was a paint can on that level as well. You can sometimes knock down paint cans to create like a little temporary spot of cover, which becomes necessary sometimes in order to survive. These Spy Chameleon streets are rough. Some levels you have to get keys in order to open doors, and the robots sometimes move faster, or what seems to be erratic movement, but there really is a pattern to it. And it encourages multiple playthroughs. And you have goldfish. Somehow the goldfish are rigged into the security system, which I really don't understand. I often thought of goldfish as kind of, expendable. I don't know if it's sensitive or not, but I don't really care. Yeah. So you have to tap the goldfish, make them, like, distract them so they turn, look around, or try to look right at you. Basically, you have to use your environment wisely in order to get by. But the game just layers on more and more mechanics as you play, so you never really feel like you're doing the same. Yes, you're eating flies or getting ladybugs, but you never feel like you're doing the exact same thing over and over again outside of those two basic objectives. And you get in rooms full of cameras and lights and color switching panels. It gets crazy, which is a good thing because it keeps you playing. No complaints. And you can just keep playing and playing and playing. Switch those colors. Make those cookies. And sometimes you'll have to mess around with computer terminals in order to unlock certain portions of a level, unlock a door. But you gotta be careful though. Because if not, you are gonna get caught out there. You will die. Finally missed it. And there we go. And then later, I mean, the game I'm not going to show you everything here because I don't want to spoil everything the game has, but there's a lot. Like, some of the levels get pretty, you got to think about it. There's some sequencing you have to get into, and you see there's fans and moving walls and all types of stuff, and more computer terminals to unlock doors. And then if you look over there where the blue is also a colored platform, so the game just never stops throwing stuff at you, which is a good thing. One of the most unique gameplay elements is these mice that have been genetically engineered to respond to certain sounds, where they transform from what look like regular mice into mice that sort of look more anthropomorphic. and kind of scary. With the dodge in between them, or bob and weave, or what have you, in order to get around. So, I don't know. I like Spy Chameleon. Is it the most revolutionary game on Xbox One? Of course not. I think it's like $6 or $7, and it'll take you a little while to go through everything. I don't know. I enjoyed it for what it is. And here, if you like the sound of my voice, or think you might want to watch another video that I've done, you can check out these two videos here. We have Zeo Drifter. This is the Steam version, I believe. It's also available for the 3DS and Wii U, I think. But yeah, well, one of those, at least one of those. But definitely, I played it on Steam. So that's a Metroidvania game. It really makes a good use of your time. It really pulls you right in. You're not doing a whole lot of backtracking and stuff. It just takes off and never really stops. And it's not overly long. It doesn't outstay its welcome. And on the right side, we have Funk of Titans, which really, I think that is a mobile game, but maybe not. It has a mobile game kind of a feel to it. No microtransactions or anything like that. Everything you can get aesthetically just unlocks stuff that changes helmets or your sword or whatever. It's an infinite jumping platforming kind of runner thing. Oh, it's alright. Check those out and subscribe and like. Do both.